what can we do about it?
Yeah.
Right? If the parties don't want to talk about this, if the people in government don't want to talk about this, if they don't want to do their damn jobs and investigate this, what is left, right?
We're just fucked. The end of democracy.
We just give up, right? I guess we just go home. I guess I just, I disappear and, we're done. No. So we do what we're already doing, right?
Yeah, we keep going.
We make this.
Oh, I'm mad.
We get this out there.
You don't know about me. You don't know about me. This is going to be loud. I'll disappear before you do. That's how loud I'm going to get about this.
I'll stay away from window. We'll talk about, what's the next steps for us, right? We've got all kinds of evidence now. We've started digging deeper. We're starting to find cracks in the systems, and they're saying they're free and fair and they're safe and secure. Well, the next step is what we've been raising money to do, which is do what Smart Elections is doing. We look at these counties, we find places where there are discrepancies, and we have to do lawsuits. We're going to have to make this a real thing, and then maybe certain people can start talking about it. But it's going to take proof. It's going to take these lawsuits. We're looking at launching at least one, but perhaps 2 lawsuits here in the near future on some of that data we've talked about, but additional data we've not made public yet. Some other findings, some hard proof, some hard evidence is really what it is.
Is any reporters getting involved? Anybody helping you in the press?
We have recently started to have a bit better reception on reporters, but they've not fully stepped up and started writing down and making public statements yet. They will talk about the Smart Elections lawsuit, but they've not gotten to the point where they're actually laying out everything that we talk about.
We also have.
I do think
everybody is
nobody
scared.
wants a target on their back,
right?
Well, we also have evidence of the Trump and his admin of every accusation is an admission for all their other things. So what would make it different than this case? It's just as easy for the Dems to go, here's all the evidence. Here's what they did in 2020. Here's where they accuse the other side of doing things that they're actually doing, and they're doing it again here. So shut the fuck up with your cried wolf horseshit. I don't care. This time it was real and it's fucked up, and we got to fix it.
Yeah, but
there is a tactic for this. I believe it's either called Darvo or projection. I mean, it is actually a common technique used in politics in Russia, where you project onto your opposition.
Deny, accuse, vilify. Yeah,
I accuse the others of doing what I'm doing, and then they look stupid.
Goebbels,
if they apply it to me. But so as I said, I did talk to a few interesting news article writers and news reporters and things like that, and it came down to this. This is what they said to me. They said, "This is all very concerning, but we're not able to talk about this unless you have proof, unless you have something more, something concrete. Statistics isn't enough. You're going to have proof that there's something compromised, or that's the next step. That's what it's going to take." And that's, as I said, so the ETA, we've raised over, I think we're going to make this public soon, but I believe we've raised over $200,000 and have built legal teams in some of these states that we're going to pursue lawsuits in next.
Do me a favor. Tell me. I want you to tell me what that money's going for, because I want people that listen to this podcast to kick in. I'm going to kick in at the end of the day. Tell me what that money's going for. So, because here's what everybody's asking for money. So what we want to do is I want to know exactly, because you guys are actually fighting for democracy. You're literally fighting to make sure this country doesn't end up as some fascist autocracy. That's what you're doing right now. So where does that money going to go? Is it going to go pay lawyers? Is it going to go, what's it going to go for if we donate?
Yeah, one moment. I'll pull this up.
Good.
He has a slide. In the meantime, you guys, if you want to know where to go to do that or to learn more about what they do, electiontruthalliance.org. On their website, you can buy merch. Some of it is a little nerd joke, and I like it. The bunny tail merch, very good. Bunny tail, they show a bunny tail versus the Russian tail, and they show the graph. You have to be smart to get it.
Got it.
You can donate there. You can volunteer. If you're wondering what can I do, you can sign up to volunteer there, and then you can go and look at all of their resources and analysis there.
And Nathan, what would be the minimum piece of evidence that you would need to point to of a physical, tangible, like for instance, we can track if, say, somebody in one of these blue districts actually voted for Kamala, and then we can prove that their vote actually then flipped to Trump.
That happened in Rockland, right? That happened in Rockland.
And wouldn't that be we've got this
Rockland, one. In Rockland, it was independent voters that their votes were missing, and they're diving a little deeper there. Yeah, proof would be, for example, so
we need a smoking
we don't
gun.
talk about this a lot. What's that?
We need a smoking gun. That's what the reporters are telling you they need?
So yeah, we would need something concrete. For example, we may need to prove that the state and the county lied about certifying their voting machines. That would be one thing, and have that in writing.
Okay.
Another would be, as you said, people saying, "Hey, I voted this way, and I live in this place, and there's something missing. The data, the digital reports don't match the actual votes." And that is, as you asked us this. So what are we doing? What is the donations that we're using go towards? What is our next steps? And so I have this very simple graph for you. Hopefully you can see it. As this isn't a graph. Sorry, I apologize.
This is your love language, graphs.
No, and in this case, it is a simple little diagram. So we've raised $293,000 since January, since we started this in 6 months or so. And what's important here is you're asking us, what are we going to do with it? So we have dedicated, we have a goal of around $600,000 to launch our legal action. We've retained lawyers across a few different states. We've started collecting plaintiffs, people who live in these counties and who are finding discrepancies. We're also diving a little deeper because we can actually pull the voting registration data. And remember when we talked about in Pennsylvania ballot stuffing, like digital ballot stuffing?
Yeah.
Digital ballot stuffing would be caused by you voting for someone who didn't vote, or that would be one of the easiest ways. And so what we're starting to find as we dive deeper into the states, and what we're going to likely base a lot of our next legal action on, is we are finding discrepancies in the voter database. With that, and these tabulation machines send data directly to the voter database. We're finding issues where there are changes to the voter database right before the election, when some of these states you're not allowed to update your voter registration at a certain time. So we're finding issues where if you've compromised the voter database, you could vote for people. You could make people and add in their registration data and vote for them.
So you could actually fake identities and put votes. Holy shit.
Yep. So we are digging deeper into that. As I said, we're pushing for trying to raise up to 600,000 and then launching at least one immediate lawsuit based on some discrepancies we're finding with the machines being not correctly certified.
Are you confident?
And statistical data there.
Are you confident with your data that you can show that something was manipulated? Because what I'm hearing with Rockland, I was hearing people that, like, there was a couple places where 0 votes were cast for Kamala. Then there was another place where, like you said, the independent vote, that people said, I voted for that guy and my vote shows I didn't vote for him.
There were precincts.
How many of those do we need before we open? I mean, wouldn't we need a shitload of those? Oh yeah, it was just an anomaly in that one category. Of course, 1% of the vote or 1% or 0.1% is going to be weird. It's just going to machine it. It's technology. Are people going to give you that bullshit excuse?
No. So you asked a good question. You said, so let's say Rockland County gets their recounts and we find discrepancies. We find people's votes were not being counted or being changed around. It doesn't just disappear, because then the question is, how did it happen? And are the machines tied in?
Right.
And then so the work we're doing, the work Smart Elections is doing, the lawsuits are all going to go to, hey, recounts is the proof. But then we are opening up the, Pandora's box, or the ballot box, if you will, to saying, hey, how did they do it? Did they compromise the machines? Well, here's how they could have. And we investigate the machines. We investigate the systems. And then let's say we get our proof. We get our audits. Then we show that the machines were compromised. Then we're looking at class action lawsuits against using those machines. We can't use those machines in the midterms.
No, we need an entirely new system.
In the next election. They're not safe.
But this is why the Democrats are being shitty about it, because if you guys aren't bitching about this and we're not looking into it, because look, at base level, with all your data, all the things you've already come up with, all this in Rockland, there should be a fucking break check right now where everyone goes, hold on, let's check it, make sure. Because if we prove that it's not, if we prove that it was okay, at least, then we can all take a deep breath and go, all right, Rockland had a weird issue, but no one else has the issue. The problem is when you show the voting data, it is so clearly fucking wrong. Like, it is so out of the norm that for someone, Eric Swalwell, anybody on the Democratic side, to take a minute and go, yeah, we can't investigate that way because we're going to look stupid. Fuck off. What do you mean you're going to look stupid? This is democracy. We have a guy destroying the country right now. So we either start getting loud and we do it, or we lose our country. What bothers me the most is that if Rockland, is there a possibility that Rockland's going to get shut down?
It is a conservative state Supreme Court.
There is a concern. Their next hearing is September 22nd, I believe. And they're in discovery right now. But the problem is, like, at any point, the opposition can try and dismiss the case. And if the judge says, hey, at any point, or I think the worst concern is, what we're seeing in like Colorado, right? Where if the federal government starts to, come in and wants access to things, and the ballot boxes are currently sealed in New York. But if we can't gain access to those, then there is nothing to opt. There is no recount. There is nothing to access.
Okay, so
this has happened before, where some county level legislation lawsuits, they got permission to look at the ballots, and the ballots were destroyed. That has happened before, and the county just faces a fine.
Doesn't this feel like it really feels like? Human beings don't change. This feels like some shit you read about in like the 30s and the 20s and with Huey Long and shit. This feels like
size noodles in 1830.
Yeah, it feels.
Miami just delayed their elections for a year.
Why?
They just want to do it on the even number years now. DeSantis even says you can't do this. They just said, no, we're not going to have it this year. We'll have it in 26. So those people were elected for 2 years or whatever, and now they're like, here, you get another year.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't actually vote on it.
No, they didn't.
State.
What's
interesting?
What do we do? So here's my question. I want to ask you: do all the states hold onto their ballots? And is there a time limit they have to hold onto the ballots, the sealed ballot boxes? How do they hold on to this, keep records of it? How long do we have?
Yes. 22 months from the election.
Fuck.
They are federally required. Yep. So a little under 2 years from the election, they are required to keep the ballots.
Fuck. Okay, guys. So do me a favor, guys. Go to Election Truth Alliance. Let's get them up to their $600,000. I'm kicking in some money today. What we want to do is we want some people that are literal patriots trying to help stop this. We got to and I want you guys to call your congressman and go, hey, what the fuck are you doing? You need to get a hold of this. Look at this data. Go to there's two parts. At the Christopher Titus TV. Plus, you can go to Election Truth Alliance. You need to just get a link and you send this in an email to your congressman. Let's flood the zone with these fuckers, because what happens is someone's going to wake up. Because there's going to be a point that Trump's going to do something so crazy that someone's going to start talking. We have nothing to lose. We're already losing our democracy. We have a way in with this to actually stop what has happened, what I believe has happened. I look at the data. When you just can't. Everybody's, even the dumbest person I know is going, how does he win all 7 swing states by that margin, by the exact margin
he's
he
now
needed?
Said 2 different occasions that he wasn't going to be here until they rigged the election.
He said they rigged the
election.
Have you seen
these
and I became
clips?
President again. Have you seen that quote?
Twice he said it. 2 times. I found it on C-SPAN.
How are you staying so calm? I literally want to start punching holes.
Also, I want to just say this. I know Nathan knows about this, but Joe Rogan, if you guys haven't heard this, on November 8th, on his podcast said, apparently Elon created an app and he knew who won 4 hours before the results. 4 hours before they called it, Dana White told me Elon was like, I'm leaving. It's over. Donald won. Mm-hmm. Elon already knew.
Yep. Oh, Nathan, if you get a big donation from something called the America Party, don't accept that.
Yeah, don't use that.
All right, don't use that.
Yeah.
Okay? Just let you know.
You won't just get it. If you get a big donation from the American Party, you're going to get some evidence in a box too, I'm guessing, because he's pissed. Oh, it's funny. Don't you find it funny that after all the people that Trump has fucked over, all his buddies, people who backed him up, and Musk gives him $260 million. And I told Ray this when it was happening. He's going to burn him down. He doesn't give a shit. Everybody. And now he fucked him over again. The problem is that I don't know. We're in a weird place, man. I want you to know, thanks for being on the front lines, man. And I know we've kept you on too long, but I want to thank you. We're going to, anything else you want to tell us?
I mean, I'll say one more thing and then I'll close out. But you said, how can I stay sane, right? How can I be calm doing this? This is the outlet for me. I wasn't calm in the beginning. I wasn't calm after the election when I started digging deeper. This is the outlet because I feel like I'm doing something. I feel like I'm talking about it. And then we go from there and we just keep pushing.
Yep.
It's courageous. And I feel the same way too. Part of me is like, should we be doing this? Because like we don't want, there's craziness happening, but nobody has ever won by not getting involved when they see something wrong.
Nathan, are you seeing all the red dots on your shirt right now? Just because I'm seeing
lasers. He's in a bunker. Look at the background. He's in a concrete.
I'm locked in here. No, but to clarify, the thing that I hear a lot, right? People are like, hey, even if we prove there was manipulation, it won't matter, right? I hear that all the time. They're like, it doesn't matter in the end. It's certified. The elections are certified. I think at the end of the day, what does matter is let's find out. Yeah. Even if we can't directly do anything right then, let's find out because it will matter going forward. Yeah, exactly. And last time I checked, I thought we were a goddamn democracy.
Yeah.
So if our elections aren't doing so hot, when I put my uniform on, right, when I took my oath, I thought I was going to work to protect people and to follow the goddamn Constitution.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So if our democracy and our elections aren't so free and fair, I feel like the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out what is going on. And then we can at least go from there, if nothing else.
And then hold the motherfuckers accountable. That's it. Because whether it's at the ballot box after we fix it or whether, and also the Democrats too, if you guys aren't going to nut up and at least look at this and at least bring it up, at least have a hearing on it.
Nathan, is it okay if throughout the podcast I just drop swear words for you?
Yeah, I do know.
This fucking
great.
chart.
No, I love to see Nathan getting fired up.
Come on.
When he's in town next time, we're going out for drinks and we're going to just let him uncork, get a couple in him and be like, these motherfuckers. I just love to see Nathan uncork.
You said, goddamn, like, oh, you're getting there.
All right, dude. I got to tell you, man, thank you for doing this. We are going to get you some more donations. We're going to do all we can to help you guys out. We want you to, and my congressman is going to be contacted repeatedly. This is something that needs to be looked into. And if it isn't looked into, we lose our country. What I don't understand is why wouldn't the Democrats want to look into it? Oh, politically, why? Because I get why Schumer's such a weenie. But here's what I don't get. Well, if you don't look into it, they're going to do it again. Right. And then you're not going to say it again. So they're going to keep doing it and you're going to keep losing. And pretty soon, so what's the point of not at least investigating it?